People who try to be kind do not have a moral obligation to withstand your abuse. And I have come to the conclusion that if you have been a problematic person in someone's life and you choose to just be self-centered, self-serving, egotistical, entitled, and you're waking up and choosing violence every day, choosing your entitlement over how you show up in other people's lives, if someone decides they're done and they walk out of your life, why? And I truly believe that people who leave that type of comment are the people who choose entitlement every single day. And so they're triggered because they don't want people to wake up and be like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. And no, you're not owed a conversation. You are not owed a conversation because I'm talking about consistent behavior. And maybe some people are not watching the video all the way through, but it's very clear in that video that I'm talking about people who've endured a certain type of consistent problematic behavior and they get tired. But if you get tired, exhausted, drained out, burnt out, done, pushed to the end, can't take no more, and you're just trying to get yourself to some emotional safety, and you choose to close the door, like, done, and you have to get yourself to safety, I'm sorry, I don't blame you because I've been there. I've been there and I have been ghosted before, but every situation is different. There is manipulative ghosting. There is ghosting a person, doing that in a way to try to control a person. And there's ghosting or cutting somebody off in an attempt to get yourself to a safe place emotionally. It's okay to walk away from people who hurt you. It is okay to walk away from a problematic situation if you discern that a conversation is not going to be helpful. All right, so let me tell you a quick story time. I have a family member who is a problematic person, but they have a close relationship with my child, and I planned this really fun event for my child, and I thought maybe this person can attend. I'm willing to pay for it so that my child can have a good time. I knew they would appreciate this person's presence. So I offered to pay for this person to come on, pay for them to have their own room, pay for their entry into the theme park, their food while we were there, everything. And I let them know I'll pay for everything so you can attend. And I just want this to be a good weekend for my child, and I know they would enjoy your presence. The only condition that I have is that you understand that this is going to be a fun weekend, and I don't want any arguments or any drama to happen that can interfere with the peace and the serenity and mess up the weekend for my child. This person refused. They refused. They said, I can't promise that. I can't promise not to be a problem, even if you pay. And they wanted to go. They were excited about it. They're like, oh, this is exciting. I want to go. Once I said the only condition is that we try to manage our behaviors so there's no arguments. I don't want any drama. Like, can you agree that we're on that page? That can we be on the same page with no drama, no arguing, no fighting, no complaining, no bringing up unnecessary drama? Can you be on that page? They could not. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about in that video. People wake up and choose to be a problem. You can give them $1 million and they would still choose being a problem over taking $1 million. This is the type of person I'm talking about. And you start to recognize this person is waking up and every day choosing to behave in maladaptive ways, choosing to be problematic, choosing to cause chaos, choosing to manipulate, choosing to abuse. These people do not change. You cannot fix crazy. And you realize, oh, I'm not just dealing with a one-off here. I'm not just dealing with someone who has had a hard time and they're just trying their best. I'm not just dealing with someone who just doesn't have the level of emotional intelligence I would hope for. I'm not just dealing with someone who is emotionally immature and I can kind of work around that a little bit. I'm dealing with someone who is choosing to be problematic. They get their jollies out of causing problems And if I'm the one closing to them, their jollies are being got by causing problems for me. And I have woke up and I see it clearly now, and I am zoom, I'm out of there. I got to go. I gotta go. I got to go. This ain't gonna work. But this is the type of person I'm talking about. I'm telling you, these people do not change. They're out there. They exist. And here's the thing that I've had to come to. I had to wake up and come out of denial that not everybody is trying to be better. Some people are actively trying to be worse. It's real. It is real. Some people are actively trying to cause harm to people all the time. I'm talking about there are some people who get their jollies out of causing emotional harm to the people connected to them. They wake up with a goal in mind. How am I going to make you a little bit crazy so that I feel a little bit more normal, because I am crazy and it can't be fixed? This is what I'm talking about. This is mostly what I'm talking about. Avoiding people like this. How to get out of these situations, how to recognize the red flags, because there's a lot of them out there. And I have been in denial about that for a long time, because I had the thinking error of thinking that people are mostly well-intended. And if people are hurting me, it's not intentional, it's because they just don't know better. That's been my thought process. And let me tell you, this last weekend, the story time I just told you, when this person said, oh no, I will not go on the trip because I can't agree to not argue. I can't agree to not be a problem. All expenses paid. Can't agree. That was another little wake up call for me that people out here are choosing to be problematic. There's people like that out there.